Welcome to the first edition of Concordia High School's Video Voice. KDET will be producing Video Voice as a weekly program airing every Thursday at 4 p.m. I'm Trudy Robinson.
And I'm Danielle Tucker.
Thursday, October 6th was the National Honor Society Induction Assembly at Concordia. 34 seniors were admitted to the National Honor Society this year, 15 of which were also on it their junior year. Mr. Donald Lubke, the faculty sponsor of this organization, was also Master of Ceremonies. In order to be eligible, each candidate must maintain a B+ average throughout high school and display leadership qualities, service to others, and a strong Christian character. This year, the National Honor Society plans to build a library for Shepherd of a City Lutheran Church.
The week of October 22nd through the 29th is National Red Ribbon Week. The theme for the week is My Choice, Drug Free. To support this national campaign, the Student Council will be sponsoring several activities, including a Wear Red Day on Wednesday, October 25th, and an essay contest and red decorations around the school. The aim of this week is to promote drug-free living.
A few weeks ago, Lisa Neller, who was a senior here at Concordia, left to join a Boston ballet company. Our Danielle Tucker had a chance to speak with her just before she left.
On whether or not you'd go to Boston or whether you'd stay here?
Yeah, I made two lists. One, a list of reasons why I should stay and reasons why I should go. And whichever list had the most reasons on them, then that's the way I would go. But as it turned out, both lists had the same number of reasons on them. So that didn't prove to be too helpful. And I prayed about it.
Mm-hmm. What's the one thing that you're looking forward to the most about going to Boston and dancing?
I'm looking forward to meeting new people and learning a lot as far as ballet goes, and I'm looking forward to working hard.
The marching band season ended this weekend for the cadets at the regional competition in Marion. Their season began this summer, during which they placed first in the Cherubusco Turtle Day parades and third in the Three Rivers Festival parade. Almost 100 students make up this band and flag group, which practices third hour every school day and Wednesday evening. Since their marching season has now ended, this organization will break up into two separate groups, the concert band and the pom-pom squad. And now to Mike Evans with commentary on this weekend's band competition.
Thank you, Danielle. The Concordia Marching Cadets went to regional marching competition Saturday. On the trip to Marion High School, there was an automobile accident on Interstate 69. Thankfully, our buses were not involved. The police would not let traffic through to pass the accident, so we waited. About 30 minutes later, they let two of the three buses pass by the accident. Only a few minutes later, the third bus arrived at the accident. They stopped our third bus and would not let anyone by. The third bus then waited another 25 minutes. The police were taking pictures of the accident and were measuring the skid marks. That's fine, and that's their job. But we were then about 1 hour behind in our schedule. The officials would not have waited for us, and the ISMA judges would have docked us a large amount of points if we were late. As soon as the bus arrived, we ran off the bus and marched onto a field. I don't feel this is fair of ISMA. If they would only have given us 15 minutes to prepare. Yes, they have the rules, but do they have to be so strict? This was an act that we had no control over, and because of the time limits, we were stressed out, we were upset, and, well, we really didn't have a chance to do our best. Thank you. This is my opinion. This may not reflect the views of Concordia and are the views of this show. Thank you.
The Latin Club had its 10th annual banquet on October 9th in the school cafeteria. The evening began with the selling of first-year Latin students in the slave auction. They were sold to upper-class students and alumni for their personal use. There were also games and a feast of pizza to end the evening. The profits gained from this banquet benefit their upcoming trip to Europe.
During the month of September, a traveling exhibit was at Concordia. Monica Bowles has more on this.
There's something scientific going on here at Concordia Lutheran High School. There's an exhibit set up in the auditorium lobby which displays several magnetic and electrical concepts. This exhibit is sponsored by a new science group in Fort Wayne which calls itself Science Central.
Oh, that doesn't turn it off.
Would you surprise him?
Wait a minute.
This group consists of volunteers to provide different science activities for students in kindergarten through their senior year. This exhibit will be displayed at 8 different schools located throughout the city. Science Central has also set up the displays entitled Dinosaurs Alive, which can be found at the Fort Wayne Children's Zoo.
We'll be back with sports in a few moments.
Do you want a challenge and be a leader? If so, and attending Concordia or thinking about attending, the Junior Reserve Officers Training Corps is for you. JROTC offers many activities for everyone. There are adventure camp paths and drill competitions, and much, much more. Come and take Junior ROTC. Remember, Major Beerbaum wants you.
Now we go to Chad with news from the sports scene.
Thank you, Danielle. On Friday the 13th, the varsity football team was defeated by Bishop Luers 35-0. This was the final regular season game. The Cadets finished their season 1-7. The only win they had was when they defeated Lakeland 35-14. The team, despite having a losing record, is very fired up about sectionals. "We're going to win," said senior lineman Eric Egbert. The team drew Harding for sectionals. The game is on October 20th at Harding. Kickoff is at 7:30 p.m. The girls' varsity volleyball team underwent a tough competition against the Snyder Panthers last Tuesday. They lost the first game, but made it close when they stunned the Panthers with a victory in the second game. However, they fell short in the third game. Even though they lost, they had a good night since it was Parents' Night for the senior players. The parents and players were recognized as one for their efforts over the season. The girls entered sectionals with 11 wins and 13 losses. They matched up against Fort Wayne Christian. On Saturday, October 14th, the boys varsity cross-country team ran in their sectional meet. The team finished third and now advances to regionals. The team's top runner was Dwayne Mendez, who placed 8th. This is the third straight year that the guys have made it to regionals. The regional race will be ran on October 21st at the Decatur Golf Course at 11:30 a.m. Also this day, the girls team will run their sectional race at Decatur. The girls soccer club had an exciting but disappointing season over the fall. Their overall record was 4 wins, 9 losses, and 3 ties. Their league record was 4 wins, 6 losses, and 2 ties. In the city tournament, they had a nerve-pulsing victory in overtime against the Northrop Bruins. They won in a shootout when they scored 4 goals on 4 attempts, to the Bruins' 2 goals on 4 attempts. However, they were shut out by Homestead by the score of 3-0 the next night. At the end of the season, all city honors went to Sarah Wade, Catherine Benninghoff, and Heather Jones, who all made second team. And that's the sports.
Thanks, Chad. And now for some coming attractions at Concordia High School.
old-fashioned one, I guess. That was okay when I was little. They liked me then, and I would do whatever I could to please them.
You make me sound like Hitler. You know you agree.
We were a family.
Let's not go into that now. I found my daughter again.
But I'm not.
I want to leave
how
it
they
at that.
listen to me. I'm just interested. They even tell
Let's
me what
not
to
go into
say.
that now.
They don't want my daughter. They want a different kind of daughter.
Let's not
An
go into that
old-fashioned
now.
one, I guess.
I found my daughter again. I want to leave it at that.
They even tell me what to say. And I was right. I don't want a daughter.
I found my daughter again.
We were of it.
I want to leave it at that.
Manipulate.
You have a conspiracy
I'm
against
just interested.
They don't
Sometimes
trust
I
me.
think he treats me like. See how they listen to me?
They
They
have
even.
Earlier this school year was a day-long event of freshman initiation. Here's Jill Smith to get you better acquainted with this tradition.
One way we try to make the freshmen feel at home before homecoming is Freshman Initiation Day. It seems to bring the freshmen in and make them feel at home here at Concordia. Anything can and usually does happen, from games like Duck Duck Goose, penny races, and many more. Every student joins in, from seniors who play Red Rover in the student lounge to freshmen initiating freshmen.
I had to do the dead cockroach while saying the freshman poem.
And what have you liked so far about today? Has there been any good experience?
Well, I took off my hat and sticker and made a freshman say the freshman poem to me.
Concordia has had this tradition for many years with only a few changes. Even though there have been some problems, the day seems to go over good with most students.
Only freshman, and what I say is true. And if I ever grow up, I want to be like you.
There seems to be a birth control problem at Concordia High. Egg projects were started in the senior faith and marriage classes on the 9th of October. Students were required to hard-boil an egg, add a face and clothes, and then give their child a new name. On October 13th, the report was turned in to Pastor Vorsters, which itemized all the cost of raising baby for 1 week.
Homecoming 1989, an event that only lasts a week but whose memories last a lifetime. Amy Bierman and Jackie Springer are going to share those memories with us now.
Does this teacher, this student, and this teacher look normal to you? Well, they did homecoming week.
Besides dress-up days, Concordia High had events such as competition in hall decorations, anything goes, a pep session, football game, and a dance. Different students have different opinions about homecoming.
I think homecoming is really fun and exciting. It brings a different perspective to school. We get to get all hyped up for the game on Friday and go out and have a good time. And everybody gets to come back that graduated in the past years, and you get to see everybody.
Homecoming had to have been the biggest thrill for me in the entire world. Homecoming was really successful this year. A lot of people enjoyed it. A lot of positive response from everybody.
I loved it. It was great. For my senior year, it was the best one so far.
I don't know. I just think that it's more of a tradition than a necessity. So that's why I think that we keep continuing with it. But otherwise, it was okay.
Anything Goes, the dance, with its attendance reaching its high, were both a huge success. Unfortunately, the game was lost to Woodland Warriors. The score was 12-6 in overtime. The Cadets made a touchdown in the second quarter, but the Warriors came back and tied the score 6-6 in the fourth quarter. Woodland pulled it out in overtime with the end score 12-6. All in all, Concordia, what did you think of homecoming week?
Now a recap from the wildest and wackiest event during homecoming week. Anything goes.
Welcome to Anything Goes Homecoming 89. Every year on Wednesday night of homecoming week, the freshmen, sophomores, juniors, seniors, and faculty gather together for an evening of games, laughter, and craziness. As an added show of class spirit, the seniors all wore red, the juniors blue, sophomores green, freshmen maroon, and the faculty dressed in black. Anything Goes begins with a bonfire. Then everyone heads to the stadium for a series of competitions between the classes. But it's more than just that.
Basically, anything goes is one late night. You get no homework done, and you get to go to school Thursday all unprepared for your classes. It's really a competition between the faculty and the students, and it's a chance for everyone to show their school spirit on homecoming week and have a lot of fun.
A lot of fun. It's really a lot of fun. And we're at the different grades get together and compete and just do a bunch of wacky stuff.
It's flour. A lot of flour.
What do you mean by flour?
Anything goes, but anything goes without flour. You have to have it everywhere and on everybody.
Everybody? Do we do that every year?
Every year.
Every year.
Every year.
A lot of hard work, losing my voice.
Yeah, losing your voice, being sick, and a lot of fun.
Why do you come to Anything Goes?
Well, I'm in an event, and it's a lot of fun. Like I said, it's time to get to know everybody better and to win. Victory's fun.
Because it's fun.
Okay.
It's great.
Any other reasons? Like, are you in an event?
No, I didn't get drawn, but that's okay. But
Anything Goes revolves around the games. The obstacle course is an annual tradition. An eating contest is another tradition. This year, banana splits were the food of choice. Bobbing for apples was a popular event this year. Nothing compares to seeing people slam their faces into a mixture of flour and water. How do you feel, Mr. Crush?
Wet!
Was that fun?
Oh, it was disgusting.
Don't believe him, he just sneezed.
It was disgusting.
What was it like in there?
It was great. I'm soaked.
How did you... Followed by endurance pyramid building. The egg toss contest was won by the sophomores, despite the heroics of senior Jason Quant. Another tradition at Anything Goes is the limbo. Another This year was the first year for a contest called chair soccer, and it will probably be the last. The contest that carries the most prestige is the tug of war. Naturally, the seniors defended their honor and pulled their way to victory.
That wraps it up for this week. We'll see you next week on Concordia High School's Video Voice.